So find the 6 circular functions of 135 degrees. Of course, the easiest part here is to get the sine 135 degrees and your cosine 135 degrees. Okay? And always remember that the coordinates of these points will always be cosine theta and sine theta. Okay. Now, let's identify where's 135 degrees. There it is. There you go. Okay, so our focus is the coordinates. So for the sine 135, that is the y coordinate. That's it. So we have here the square root of 2 over 2. Easy. Next, for our cosine 135 degrees, that is the other one. That is negative square root of 2 over 2. So that is negative square root of 2 over 2. And you're done with your sine and your cosine. That's the first step to do. Next, let's get their reciprocal functions. Their reciprocal functions are always there. Kabaliktaran. The sine, itong palatandaan ko dito para di ko nalilito. Kasi some students are confused. Ang ka-reciprocal daw ni sine ay si secant. Wrong, kasi pareho daw silang S. That's wrong. That's a wrong notion. Please take note of that. Don't take that as your memory aid. The best memory aid here is the reciprocal of your sine is the kabaliktaran naman ng letter ni S. So we only have two letters here, the sine and the C and the S. Ang reciprocal ni sine ay si C. Yung kabaliktaran niya ng kulay, ng pangalan. And that is the cosecant. Cosecant 135 degrees. Okay? So, baliktarin lang. When you get the baliktad, this will become the reciprocal of the sine. It will become 2 over the square root of 2. Can you follow? Now, bawal ang may radical sa denominator. So, therefore, let's multiply both numerator and denominator by square root of 2. And this will become 2 square root of 2 over 2. Why? Because square root of 2 times square root of 2 is square root of 4. Square root of 4 is just 2. Cancel. The answer here is square root of 2. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Now, the reciprocal naman of cosine. So we have here the secant from C to S. Yun yung palatandaan. This is equal to, kabaliktaran, it's negative 2 over square root of 2. Same process. Square root of 2 over square root of 2. This will become negative 2 square root of 2 over 2. The answer here will be negative square root of 2. And that is your secant 135 degrees. Okay, got it? Noted. Next, finally, tangent na tayo. So yun, dali lang. Ganun lang kasimple lesson natin. Tangent na. Ready? So, for our tangent, tangent is always sine over cosine. Sine theta over cosine theta. Always remember that. Okay? Lagi na una si sine. So therefore, let's do this. Okay, what is our sine? That is square root of 2 over 2. And our cosine is negative square root of 2 over 2. I taught you this already. The answer will be negative 1. That's it. Okay, let me see if we will do the long process, if we will have the same answer. Ready? If we will do square root of 2. Oh, niloloko ako ng aking... Okay, there. Kung namang long process tayo, this will become square root of 2 over 2 times the reciprocal will be negative 2 over square root of 2. O, see? Psh, 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 psh. What's left is negative 1. Okay? And of course, for our cotangent then, that will be, what's the reciprocal of negative 1? Cotangent of 135 degrees will be equal to negative 1 over 1. The reciprocal is still negative 1. That's it. And we're done. Show a reaction if you understood that process. Let me see. Very good. See, ang dali-dali lang ng lesson natin. That's it. That is all you need to follow for this. Okay? And then, what else should we learn? Uy, malapit tayong matapos. Reference angle naman. If a while ago we had our initial and the terminal and the co-terminal angles, this time we will learn the reference angle. This is also easy. Our topics for today are just easy. Medyo marami lang. Yon. Carry pa yan. Ready? Okay na. Let's move on with the reference angle. Game. Okay. Reference angle. Let's do this. Instead of I drawing these different figures, let me just get them. Let's have this. Okay, we have this first example. And then another example. Nakakapagpahinga din kayo. Madali lang yung reference angle, don't worry. Okay, and then we have here. Since you already learned the process of the initial and the terminal side a while ago, this will be easier for you. Kasi you already know how to identify directions. Okay? Remember, directions in trigonometry are very important. Okay, let's have these 4 examples. Ready? Reference angles is always an acute angle. Remember that. Unlike the coterminal angle, it can exceed up greater than 360 degrees. The reference angle is always an acute angle. This is always an acute angle. Okay? Lagi lang siyang acute. Hindi siya pwedeng lumampas ng 90. Okay. Now, also, it is formed by the terminal side of the given angle in the standard position and the x-axis. Always, it's formed by the terminal side and the x-axis, wherever it is. Let's have this as an example. Look at this. And the first example, kindly focus on this. Here. So we have here, this is our initial side, and this is our terminal side. Got it? And of course, this is our terminal side. At yung pinakamalapit, the nearest acute angle from the terminal side, that is always your reference angle. If this is your terminal side, this is our terminal side, ang pinakamalapit na x-axis is this, right? So therefore, that is where your reference angle will be based. So therefore, in here, your reference angle will be 74 degrees. Can you follow? Okay, acute angle siya lagi. Let's have this example number 2. Ayan. In here naman, this is our initial side. This is our initial side. And this is our terminal side. This is now our focus, our terminal side. Saang x-axis siya pinakamalapit? Is it on the left side? Or ito yung left side? Or the initial side? Where is it nearest to the left side or the initial side? Saan malapit yung terminal side mo? Saan malapit na x-axis? Is it in the left side or the initial side? Left side or initial side? Left side or initial side? This is the initial side, huh? This is the left side or LS. Where is your terminal side nearest? Here, on this side, left side or initial side? Left side, correct. So therefore, since pinakamalapit siya dito, dito mo kukuhanin yung reference angle mo. This is where you will get your reference angle. But in here, your direction for the reference angle is not important. It's always positive. Okay? Please take note of that. So therefore, since this is the whole measurement of the semicircle is 180 degrees, if this is 120, the remaining side, your reference side, the reference angle will be 60 degrees. Can you follow? So therefore, your reference angle here will be 60 degrees. That's it. Got it? Siya yung pinakamalapit na side sa x-axis, sa terminal side. Okay? Show a reaction if you understood that process. Okay, great. Madali lang yung lesson natin. Sabi mo sa inyo, marami lang. Okay, let's have example number 3. Okay. Ready? And I'm taking it slowly para di kayo masyadong masiraan ng diskarte sa buhay. Okay, eto medyo challenging ng konti, medyo exciting ng konti. Okay, ready? This is now our angle. This is our initial side. Ito ang initial side natin. That is it. And this is our terminal side. Question, saan or which side of the x-axis is our terminal side nearest? Initial side or left side? Type your answer in the chat box. Where is our terminal side nearest? Left side or initial side? Left po. Sure na, sir. Yes, you're correct. So therefore, this is where you will base your reference angle. And so, this will be your reference angle from here to there. Question, what will be the measurement of that? Hindi niyo pa alam to kunwari. Yan. What will be the measurement of your reference angle? The whole measurement here, look at this. This is 228 degrees. 228. And the semicircle here is 180 degrees. Ito lang, magmula dito hanggang doon ang kukunin ng measurement. What should you do with 228 and 180 to get your reference angle? What should you do? You need to subtract. Very good. So therefore, 228, kasi yun yung buong measurement ng angle, minus 180, the semicircle, hanggang dun lang. Hanggang dun ka lang kasi kukunin. Kasi yun yung extension, yun yung reference angle mo. When you subtract, that becomes 48 degrees. So this is 48 degrees. And that is your reference angle. So therefore, your reference angle here will be 48 degrees. Can you follow? Show a reaction if you understood that process. Show a reaction, please. Very good. And of course, this one. Okay, eto. Siyempre, tatakpan ko muna to. Di nyo pa alam ito. Okay. Now, look at this. I want you to analyze this. This is our initial side. And this is our terminal side. Question, where is your terminal side nearest? Where is your terminal side nearest? Initial side or left side? Where is your terminal side nearest? Initial side or left side? Type your answer in the chat box. Let me see. In the initial side. Very good. So therefore, that is where you will get your reference angle. From your initial side, that's it. Now here is the catch. The measurement from the initial side to this terminal side is 335 degrees. And your one revolution is 360 degrees. What will you do to get this remaining reference angle? 335 is the measurement of the angle. And one revolution is 360 degrees. What will you do? Very good. You subtract 335 from 360. So 360 minus 335, you will get the remaining measurement here. And what's the answer? The remaining measurement here is 25 degrees. And so that is your reference angle. 25 degrees. Got it? One more. Let's take this example. Here. Okay. So, I will erase this one muna. You can see it already, but I want you to analyze it. Okay. So, this is your initial side again. And this is your terminal side. There you go. Question, where is your terminal side nearest? Initial side or left side? Where is your terminal side nearest? Initial side or left side? Type your answer in the chat box, please. Okay, that's correct. On the left side. And so, the measurement of this angle is 262 degrees. And the excess here to 180 is your reference angle. So therefore, kung ang kalahati ay 180, what will you do to get that remaining for your reference angle? Okay, very good. Disregard the sign. So therefore, that becomes 262 minus 180. You will get the excess for your reference angle. And that is 82 degrees. And that will be your reference angle. That's 82 degrees. Got it. Show a reaction if you understood that process. Let me see. Okay, very good. Okay, next. Okay na tayo doon. So dito, ayan na naman. So dito, radian measurement naman ang hahanapan ng 6 circular functions. Dito, wala kang ibang choice. Your choice, the only choice is to convert your radian to degree measure and then continue with the process kanina. Okay? Do you want to have an example? Let's try this. Ready? Dali-dali lang ng lesson eh. Marami lang. Let me copy this. And then let's go to this place. Okay. Game. Okay na. Ready? So, if your given is a radian measure, all you have to do is to convert it to a degree measure. Let's try this. Find the 6 circular functions of pi over 3. Ay, pi over 3 ulit. Pi over 4 na lang. Pi over 4. Yan. So if you are given a radian measure and you are asked to find the circular functions, the 6 circular functions, all you have to do is to first convert it to degree measure. That's your only choice. Because that's a lot easier. Okay? So therefore, pi over 4, I will change it to degree measure. To remove pi, pi should be here, and then 180 on top. O, see? And then, is equal to 180 degrees divided by 4. That is 45. 45 degrees. So therefore, from here, you can already identify your circular functions. So therefore, let's focus on the 45 degrees. Ayan. So it's just like a practice. Bumabalik-balik tayo dito para pa-practice kayo. There you go. Let's go on to 45. And so from here, you can already get your sine and your cosine. Ready? So therefore, sine pi over 4 is equal to, o kaya naman, we change it pala to degree. Let's make it degree na lang. Lubusin na natin. Sine 45 degrees. Okay? And then, your sine, of course, is this. This is your sine. So that's square root of 2 over 2. O, di ba? Dali lang. O, cosine 45 degrees. That is the first coordinate. O, that's square root of 2 over 2. O, di ba? Dali. Next. Your reciprocal function. The reciprocal function of sine is cosecant of 45, and that becomes 2 over the square root of 2. So therefore, bawal ang square ang square sa ilalim. Rationalize whatever is in the denominator, you multiply. So that becomes 2 square root of 2 over 2. Kasi square root of 2 times square root of 2 is just 2. Simplified na yun agad. The answer here is square root of 2. Can you follow? Dali lang na lesson natin eh. Ulit-ulit lang siyang ganun. Okay. And then, the reciprocal of cosine is secant of 45 degrees. That becomes 2 over the square root of 2. To simplify, parehong-pareho naman yan. Look at them, exactly the same. So to simplify our process, this is also square root of 2. Got it? And finally, for our tangent, it's sine over cosine. So for the tangent 45 degrees is equal to, your sine is square root of 2 over 2 over square root of 2 over 2. Shortcut, denominator to denominator, numerator to numerator. And that's just equal to 1. Mas lalong madali yung susunod. Cotangent of 45 is equal to 1 din. So yun din yung reciprocal niya. Got it. Got it? Show a reaction if you understood that process. Sir, di po ba baliktad yung cosine nyo? Let me see. Where is our cosine? Cosine is 45. The square root of 2 over 2. Bakit baliktad si cosine square root of 2 over 2? Nakabaliktad. Nakabaliktad ba yung cosine ko? Is it? There's our cosine. Baliktad ba? Let's make it bigger. There. Oh, my square root of, ayun no, hindi naman siya. It's square root of 2 over 2 pa rin. Parehong-pareho yan. Kapag 45, look, 45, 135, 225, and then 315, pare-pareho yan. Nag-iiba lang sila ng sign. This is positive, positive. This is negative, positive. This is negative, negative. This is positive, negative. The signs of the quadrants. Okay? That's it. Oh, hindi naman siya baliktad. It's square root of 2 over 2 pa rin siya. Got it? Did you get it, class? Let me see. Is that already the last? Is that already the last? Is that the last already? Uy, meron pang isa. But actually, this is just very easy. Oh, 6 circular functions lang din yan. Okay? Kaya pa? Okay. This is just actually easy. Ito naman, tuturuan ko kayo ng, ito kasi sobrang haba ng proseso nila dito eh. O, tuturuan ko kayo ng mas mabilis. Na mas mabilis yung tuturo ko sa inyo dito. Ready? Isa kayo, pali na. The process in the SLM is quite long, but what I will be teaching you is a lot faster. Ready? Last na yon, promise. Okay. Ready? Handa na ba kayo? Game. If, for example, find, dito naman, meron ka ng isang circular function, just find the rest. Find the other circular functions ready? If if sine theta is equal to negative 4 over 5 and theta is in the third quadrant. Okay. Last na to. Ready? Kasi a while ago, given the angle, we are asked to find the circular functions. This time, given one function, we will be looking for the other circular functions. Okay. You can follow this one in your SLM. This is quite exciting kasi you will be using the formula. But what I will be teaching you is a lot easier. Mag-a-analyze ka lang ng konti. Ready na? Ready? Ready? Isip muna. Sink in muna. Ready? Dito ka na ako reliable. Ay, sorry. Okay, ready na? Find the other circular functions of sine theta. If sine theta is negative 4/5 and theta is in the third quadrant. Okay, this is the technique here. You can follow the formula here and then do the rest. However, I will be teaching you a much faster way. Ready na? Tuturuan ko kayo ng technique ko, yung pang-Hokage. Ready? I'll make the drawing first. Of course, you need to draw. You need to draw. Okay? So therefore, let's draw it first. Linawin muna ang isip. Last na to. Since last na to, sulitin nyo na. Okay. Here. Yan. Kailangan nyo lang mag-drawing ng ganyan. And then, next, there you have to find the other circular functions if sine theta is negative 4/5 and it is in the third quadrant. So therefore, you need to draw. This is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. Okay? Kasi kailangan itong i-drawing. Game. Ito kasi pinakamadaling paraan. Makinig na lang. Okay. So from here, we need to make, to draw a triangle in the third quadrant. Magdodrawing tayo ng triangle sa side na to. Ayun, we will be drawing a triangle here. Kasi it says here, your theta is in the third quadrant, sabi niya. Okay, o di mag-drawing tayo dito. Ready. And of course, there should always be your reference angle. Meron ka lagi dapat laging reference angle ang gagamitin mo dito. Lagi siyang konektado. It should always be connected with your x-axis. So, let me draw this. Yan. Let this be your side, at one side of our triangle. And then, let's make another side here. So, since representation lang naman to, anywhere could be that part. Okay. Yan, here. Let's draw another line here. This is just a representation. Worry not if this is not exact kasi representation lang ito. Okay? Now, your reference angle is on the third quadrant, I mean. So therefore, let this be your reference angle. O, dito natin nagagamit yung reference angle. Kasi it should always be connected with your x-axis. After that, let's close our triangle. After that, let's close our triangle. Okay, i-close natin ang triangle natin. Let's use ruler. You may follow with me as I do the solution and you draw as well in your notebook or paper para nakaka-follow kayo. There you go. So, there it is. You can now imagine your triangle. Yan, ito ang pinakamabilis na paraan. Pang-Hokage ito. Okay? And that is your right angle. Okay. Game na. If you're familiar with sine, we have the so, ta, owa. At saka yung cho, sya, kau. Okay. Gagamitin nyo lang yan. Since our focus is sine, we will be using the so. So, if this is your angle, this is your reference angle, your opposite angle is this, right? This is your opposite angle, and your h hypotenuse will be this. Can you follow? This is your angle, your theta. This is your opposite, and this is your hypotenuse. Can you follow? Mag-drawing tayo mong bagya. Okay. Now, game. So, since we already know our opposite and our hypotenuse, we know that the sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Can you follow? It's opposite over hypotenuse. And always remember, your hypotenuse should always be positive. So you write here 5, positive 5, and your opposite or adjacent can either be positive or negative. Since this is negative, therefore, your opposite here will be negative 4. Can you follow? That's it. So nakapag-drawing tayo ng right triangle. And from here, let's just find the remaining side. And for us to solve that, we will be using Pythagorean theorem.